passe vraiment, vous êtes sûr que la corde c'est parvenu?
Il passe sans problème parce qu'il doit être troisième et de toute façon le quatrième temps des non qualifiés était de 46-42, il sera largement en dessous.
Et félicité par Martine Rounet. Eh bien voilà, il l'a fait Oscar. Il est en demi-finale des championnats du monde. 45-29 pour Chris Brown, 45-30 pour Martine Rounet, qui est son meilleur temps de la saison aux Britanniques. Et Oskar Pistorius, 45-39, prend la troisième place. C'est parce que maintenant il bénéficierait, c'est ça, d'une énergie supplémentaire.
Oui, c'est un petit peu ce qui a été évoqué par c'est Kevin, son handicap. Ça, c'était la deuxième version, mais la première, avec des experts aussi, avait dit que ça faisait plus que compenser son handicap. D'où cette controverse, d'où toutes ces questions qui sont posées. Par contre, voilà, comme l'a dit Kevin Borley, il a été autorisé par le TAS. Ça ne ferme pas le débat et malheureusement, c'est dommage parce que pour lui, il faut prendre son temps aussi pour pouvoir faire en sorte que Pistorius puisse courir de manière indiscutable et sans que personne n'ait le doute sur le fait que ça compense.
Getting ready for a race here.
Yeah, I've got like an hour and a half, so I need to start my warm up pretty soon and just do my thing, you know.
So what are you doing right now?
So like right now I'm just putting on my legs and it's got like this cover that goes on to cover like just to cushion a bit. It's called a socket and mine's actually pretty primitive. It's like made out of a foam called P-Lite and like all the modern ones have silicone and stuff, but I don't really like them so much. They like fit a lot tighter, so there's a lot less like waste and energy, but they restrict your gait a bit, so I don't really enjoy those. And then this part's called the socket, which the liner goes into.
Yeah.
And then
so you have room here below the knee, right?
yeah, so like my knee's here basically, so my leg goes about halfway down, and as you can see it's really thin because it's just my tibia, my fibia bone I was born without. So sorry, I'll see you later.
All right.
Ciao.
I've gotten as far as I can on my own, but it's not hard. I can't train any harder, so it's time to start training.
Social questions in this area, but we try to give some answers on the scientific, medical, and biomechanical questions. The other one?
It's okay if I'm sitting to be fine.
Despite this, Oskar leaves Germany maintaining his usual breezy optimism.
I don't see how it could go the other way. And to be honest, I haven't really put much thought into if it did, so I'm going to be pretty excited to see what the outcome is.
On January the 10th, the IAAF announces that the tests in Germany proved that Oskar gains a considerable advantage from his prosthetics. A human leg returns 60% of the energy put into it. Oskar's prosthetic returns 90%. Oskar is banned from competing in international able-bodied races. His dream of running at the Beijing Olympics is over.
At the moment, we're pretty, I'm trying to stay positive about it, and hopefully, I think they're going to be follow-up tests done in America. Obviously, it's a bit scary, a bit worrying, I guess, but I'm trying to stay positive about it. You dealt with the situation in life, and if you make the best of it, then, good for you. If you let it bring you down, then that's your problem at the end of the day, and nobody else is going to, really give a shit about it. If I had legs, I don't think I'd be this. I know I wouldn't be the same person I am today, and I'm happy with who I am. So, I'm happy with having artificial legs.
21 years ago, a boy called Oscar was born with a rare condition that meant his feet were severely deformed. His parents faced a terrible choice: watch him grow up unable to walk, or amputate in the hope of a better future with artificial legs.
To cut those feet off and throw it in the dustbin was not a nice feeling.
But Oskar Pistorius would grow up not just able to walk, but to become one of the world's fastest athletes, faster than any other disabled runner that's ever lived. And still, he wants more. He wants to be the fastest man in the world, with or without legs, and compete in the Olympics. But now his dream is under threat.
They say the Paralympics exist for people like you.
It does exist for people like me, but I think if I can cross the boundary, why not?
Critics say he should not be allowed to compete against able-bodied runners. This film follows Oscar over a year that could change his life. Is Oscar a truly extraordinary athlete? Or do his prosthetic legs give him an unfair advantage? It's November 2007. A racetrack in Germany is being prepared, not for a race, but for a unique scientific investigation. Oskar Pisturius has been running for just 4 years. But in disabled sport at least, he's already achieved everything he could hope for.
I haven't lost a 200-meter race ever. The only way that I can get better, the only way that I see myself, bettering my times and running on a competitive field at the moment with the international able-bodied athletes.
No amputee has ever been fast enough to even think of running in able-bodied competitions before. But this is the problem for Oscar. His determination to do so has turned the world of athletics upside down. Now the authorities have to decide what gives Oscar his speed. His prosthetic running blades, or a remarkable natural talent.
So what I'll do is I'll count back 3, 2, 1. Everything looks good. All systems clear.
Oscar's taking a huge risk. If the tests prove the blades give him a significant advantage, it would devalue his outstanding achievements so far, and perhaps rob him of his future as a professional athlete.
Okay, whenever you are so far.
Okay, I'm ready when you are.
Okay.
But if the tests show the blades to be a disadvantage, that would make him one of the greatest athletes who ever lived. Why is Oscar so determined to put himself through this ordeal? Perhaps the answer lies in his background in Pretoria, South Africa.
I've got 3 pairs of prosthetics that I use and about 15 pairs that I've tried out and that I have lying around. I've got these pair that are everyday walking prosthetics. They do look very battered because I've been motorbike riding and stuff with them. This one's even got a burn from the exhaust, I think.
Do you think of yourself as disabled?
No, I don't think. I think because I might have 1 or 2 disabilities, I've got a million of other abilities. I don't think I should let the disability that I have overshadow the abilities that I have.
When I think of Oscar, I don't think of disability at all. I mean, Oscar is the type of person that can do anything, and he will do everything that he thinks about or puts his mind to. There's nothing disabled about him.
According to his brother, Oscar has never allowed his disability to hold him back.
So close at age, you want to do stuff together. We had a lot of adventures together, from the sand pits to bike racing to the tree house, running on the beach, having races with the sand. You've always had someone to spur you on. In fact, he's probably more adventurous than half of my friends.
Being so competitive, it gives him a lot of drive, and he really hates losing. I don't think he sees any limits for himself.
Oscar's competitive relationship with his able-bodied brother has pushed him to do things that could seem out of reach to someone with no legs.
You can actually take your legs off. Take your leg off. I wonder if this is an advantage.
Just don't break his foot.
Despite the obvious difficulties, he's determined to get on the water.
Are you ready?
In the end, his rigid prosthetics make wakeboarding impossible. But he's not prepared to give up easily.
We can do it, Oscar.
Knees up, hey, like you're sitting on your bum.
Oscar's competitive nature goes some way to explaining his success. But all athletes have to be competitive. What's intriguing about Oscar is the possibility that it's his disability itself that makes him such an extraordinary athlete. Oskar Pistorius is the fastest Paralympic athlete ever to have lived. Now he wants to do what no disabled man has done before.
Kid, we had a bunk bed, and all he had was either their feet to jump up. He's used his upper body, and he gets a lot of power for that.
The challenges of fitting into an able-bodied world had prepared Oskar for a life in athletics since the very day his feet were cut away. And the confidence with which he did so came from his parents.
My mum always said to us, the phrase "I can't" doesn't exist. And I think that's one of the things my parents really taught my brother, sister and I from a very young age. Helped me become the person that I am today.
In 1999, Oscar's mother spoke to local radio of her pride at her son's attitude to life and the way he fitted in at able-bodied school.
Oscar's my middle son. He's 14 years old now, and he was born with missing bones in the legs, and with God's help has gone from strength to strength. At primary school, he played soccer and tennis. He did wall climbing, abseiling, rollerblading, water skiing, ice skating, paddle skiing, you name it. He just did everything. And he's agile and a well-balanced teenager with a delightful sense of humor. He's a practical joker and not at all bitter.
But Sheila Pistorius has never seen her son's greatest achievements. Soon after the radio interview was recorded, and without warning, she died. Oskar was 15 years old.